Well, hello everybody, welcome to this week's video. Thanks for tuning back in. Sorry about the kind of dead spot in the screen here. I'm doing a little bit of shuffling around on the in the studio. I've put my workbox on the wall there. I'm going to get a couple more shelves to go here to add a couple of bits on, so this little bit of dead space, I know it looks odd, but it won't be there forever. Anyway, yeah, this week's video. Now, if you watched my last video, I did a little bit of cliff diving. Quite enjoyed it. Something different. Normally do freestyle. Don't really do much like cinematic-y type stuff usually, but you know, I quite enjoyed it. Now, I actually used my demi-bot build, which I've got up on the wall there. You know, a 5-inch freestyle drone isn't exactly the best one for cinematic, but you know, I think it did all right. I'll put a quick link to that video up there now as well, and a little thing down in the video description, so if you haven't seen it, you can watch it. Anyway, after I did that, it sort of got me thinking about building a sort of cinematic quad. Now, we'll be looking at all sorts, you know, little 2.5, 3-inch cinebots and stuff like that, but I wanted something a little bit bigger that can fly for a little bit longer. So, I bought a new frame. Now, obviously, you know what the frame is because you've seen the video thumbnail before you clicked on this video and started watching, so I won't keep you in suspense. It's going to be this. Now, this is the Aura 7-inch frame from Foxeer. And you can see there, looking on the package, I've got the teal one. Looks quite groovy. So I think what we'll do, we'll get it open, see what you get in the box, put it together, and give me thoughts on it. So, let's go. Right, so here we go. Right. Now, one thing I do like about most Foxeer frames, they all come in one of these little tubs, you know, rather than a little throwaway plastic bag, sorry. At least with these, you can use these for something else. I have one that I got off a Foxeer 5-inch frame where I use as a little toolkit in my bag. So, anyway, see what you get inside. Now, you get a nice sheet of stickers there, one thing everybody in FPV likes. A couple of battery straps. Oh, they feel like the grippy silicone type, that's a bonus. 2 of them. Battery pad. Now this looks like a Vista or possibly an O3 unit holder, TPU. Thing there for your GPS as well, quite cool. And you get some feet guards, and that looks like a bumper for the front as well. Another option for your GPS, that looks like a camera mount holder, chucking it away. An Immortal T holder or Express LRS, I would have thought. GoPro mount. That looks like for an SMA connector. Another camera mount, it looks like. And then an antenna holder. We certainly get plenty of TPU in there and all. I know it's one thing though, it's a little bit misleading. You don't actually get the GoPro mount that it shows on the box, but I mean, I've got one anyway that I can use, but why put it on the box, you know, if you're not going to include it in the pack? But still, you know, you get a good few bits. That looks like your standoffs and your other bits of hardware. Wire protectors for your arms. They look like your arms there. And then that looks like your both your body plates. And like I say, one thing I do like is the boxes, you know, I'll keep that, use that, put that to good use. So right, let's get the TPU bits out the road, and then we'll have a look at the actual carbon fibre and see what that's like. Well, there we go. That's the TPU away and everything, the arm and the carbon out. So I think first thing we'll do is give it a measure. So that looks like your top plate, and that is 2.5 mil. Looks like, yep. Looks like your bottom plate. That's also 2.5 mil. That's your plate that clamps your arms down. 2.5 mil, I think, looking at that. And then your arms, 5.5. Yep. Might as well do all 4 while we've got the gear out. And 7. Yep, so that's plates are 2.5 and the arms are 5.5. So yeah, it feels like good quality carbon all as well, nicely chamfered edges and stuff like that. So I think the only thing left to do now is get it together, and then we'll have a look at the finished frame. Yeah, just while I was about to start assembling this, one thing I've noticed is there's no actual instructions in this box. Now, I'm going to have to use this picture as a guide. Don't get me wrong, it's not the hardest assembly I've ever done, but, you know, a simple set of instructions would have been nice. Anyway, right, let's get it built. Well, there it is. There's the frame fully assembled. You know, as you can see, it's quite a nice looking frame. I think that tail TPU sort of sets it off nicely. You can see there we're going to have, when I've got my GoPro on, shouldn't have any props in view. I've got the GPS mount, the Immortal T, and the Vista antenna mount on it as well there. A couple of things with it. Obviously there's only 30 by 30 mounting for the ESC and flight controller, but you want a big beefy ESC with a 7-inch quad. There is actually 20 by 20 mounting and 30 by 30 mounting for the VTX on the back. You don't have to use this TPU bit for the Vista. It just happens that I'm going to use a Vista. Well, actually it's a Runcam Link, technically the same thing, but yeah. But yeah, it's going to be a nice little build this. I couldn't help but notice while I was building it how similar it is to this. Now this is actually the Foxeer Aura 5-inch. I've got a video on this as well. I'll put a link up there and one down in the video description. Very similar looking frames, apart from obviously that's a True X frame and this is kind of a dead cat sort of style. Better for cinematic anyway. I'm not going to be freestyling this. It's more for a slow, cruisy sort of flight, really. So yeah, that was a quick unboxing and look at the frame itself. So all I've got to do now is build it, and we'll have a look at that when I put it together. Anyway, so yeah, thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please think about giving it a thumbs up and subscribing. And I must give a shout out to my first patron. I always forget to do it in my other videos. Loose FPV. If you want to join my Patreon, there's links down in the video description to that. I'll say your name in my videos. You can get stickers. There's all sorts of benefits down there if you want to have a look anyway. If not, that's cool. So yeah, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.